Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's your guy Coldfire, and today I am reacting to the king of rock and roll, none other than Elvis Presley. Now this is the official audio from the studio album. Back then they didn't get a chance to make a lot of videos. That didn't become popular until the 80s, mid 85 or something, when people started really getting into the MTV era, where videos were the way to go to represent who you were and the music you were putting out. It was kind of like a spotlight. Other than that, I know that Elvis Presley performed a lot on the Ed Sullivan Show, which was a place where people, Connie Francis and others, got to show people who they were and what they did. But there were very few outlets that artists could get on to promote who they were when people were listening to them on the radio. But without further ado, we're going to be listening to In the Ghetto, by special request, Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. Still holds that title, still up there as one of the best-selling single artists of all time, as far as the male. I think Beatles hold number one, Elvis holds number two. I can't remember if Michael Jackson's still three, but I do know that Madonna is still considered the highest-selling female artist of all time. I just heard on the news this morning that Taylor Swift surpassed her. That's kind of hard to believe. So I don't know, because I don't take news for what it is. I look in the Guinness Book of World Records, and until it changes, I guess that's going to be in my head. But here we go. In the Ghetto.
As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cries, 'cause if there's one thing that she don't need, is another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. People, don't you understand? Your child needs a helping hand. He'll grow to be an angry young man someday. Take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? Well, the world turns, and a hungry little boy with a runny nose plays in the street as the cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns, so he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. Then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, he steals a car, tries to run, but he don't get far, and his mama cries. As a crowd gathers round, an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto. And as her young man dies, on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cried.
Whoa. Okay, that song hit really hard for me. Give me just a moment. This song is so true to life that because I know a lot about Elvis because my oldest brother was addicted to him, and Elvis Presley was played in our house a lot. I mean, more than anything that we could possibly think. I mean, it was Elvis here, Elvis there, Elvis Presley everywhere. And I know that he was very close to his mother. I know that Elvis was also born type of basically in the ghetto. But I also know that Elvis was very big into everyone having equal opportunity in the world. He donated a lot of his time and money to causes like this that he's singing about. And he was very much in touch with the civil rights movement that was going on. Remember, guys, in the 60s was a very turbulent time for a lot of American people. Things were changing. Segregation was, a big part of the 60s. And this song right here shows how mothers are brought up and they have no opportunity in life to advance because of the way the system holds a lot of people down. And it is so easy for people who have money or not born into poverty to look and say, well, they have a chance. They have an opportunity. They have a choice to get out of these situations. But honestly, they don't. Even people that are middle class or upper lower class are living paycheck to paycheck now. So there's a lot of reasons why a woman has a kid and doesn't have a father figure there. For many reasons. It didn't work out. It was, the baby was made out of love or in good intentions, but then eventually the father left, or the father may have passed away, or who knows what happened. But the mother's left to work 2 jobs just to try to make ends meet, and leaves the kid to fend for himself, and it still isn't enough to keep up with the cost of living and for her to advance and make it better for her kid. And in the song it talks about how the kid has to grow up on the street and learn his survival techniques, which doesn't turn out to be good in 90% of the situations going on, because the kid is forced to do things that he doesn't want to do and then winds up dying on the streets. And the cycle just keeps repeating itself over and over. And it's almost like the prison system. The prison system, I believe, is overcrowded because instead of institutionalizing people that have drug problems and commit crimes that are nonviolent, I believe prisons should be left for people that molest, rape, or murder people, violent crimes. But the other things, like drug use and stuff like that, those should be put in rehabilitation centers because they can possibly get help. Even if half of them only get help to get off of that stuff and give a chance to them, maybe they'll prosper and get out of that and become a civilized human being. Because if you throw someone in the prison system because they have an addiction or they have a problem with this, they're going to get in there and they have a choice of only one thing, and that's to do more harm in the prison system to fit in, which makes them do things that they don't want to do, and then they become a hardcore criminal by the time they do get out, if they ever make it out. So this song does have a lot of significant meaning in just a little under 3 minutes of understanding why our system is broken, at least here in America. And we have to take a stance and try to help those out in need and empower people to do better. And no child should ever have to go hungry in this country when we spend so much money on programs and things that are not as necessary as feeding kids or helping people get out of poverty. But I'm going to get off my soapbox about that because this song stirred a lot of emotions into me, and I just think that things can be done to improve our world. That was my video reaction to Elvis Presley, the King of Rock and Roll, and his studio version or audio version of In the Ghetto. Let me know what you think about this video, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And whenever my next video reaction drops, if you're subscribed, you'll be able to get notified and be able to watch the next reaction. But that's only if you like my reactions to Elvis and other reactors. Okay? Until my next video, from the US to wherever you're watching in the world, I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Love each other. Help each other. And let's become better people in this world, okay? Love you guys. Bye-bye.